Hi everybody, it's Mark Messier, and you're listening to Blueshirt
Underground Show,
the #1 Rangers podcast. Make sure you tune in to find out all the latest news. Let's go Rangers!
Blueshirt Underground, motherfucker!
as a Ranger fan. Can't be as a Ranger fan.
This is an unlawful gathering. This is an unlawful gathering. The truth is out there. The truth is out there.
This is the underground. This is new media. This is the underground. This is new media.
Ranger fans, report to the critical thinking hangar. Ranger fans, report to the critical thinking hangar.
And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers. And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers.
This is New York Rangers hockey. 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 This is New York.
There we go.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Blueshirt Underground Show. Today is Monday, February 17th. My name is Jim, and as always, I'm joined by the one and only Eddie Geigetti. How are you?
Well, last week they accused me of being grumpy a little bit. Now I'm rocking and rolling despite the 2-1 loss yesterday. 7-3 since the break. I'm happy as a kid in a candy store, as they used to say. I don't even think they have candy stores anymore.
Only in the malls.
Oh, yeah, they have those, rinky dink. Like, yeah, you go in there, you get, like, all kinds of sugary treats.
Right.
Yeah, no, but the kid in the candy used to have a candy store in every corner in this country.
That's right.
Wrong with this country.
That's what's wrong?
No.
Is that really it? Boy, I'll tell you what. If that could solve all our problems, I'd start building a candy store on every corner right now.
People will be a lot happier.
Right?
You want your sweet tarts, you want your non-Pariellis or whatever they used to call those things. You go down to your candy store, you sugar it up.
Bazooka. Get your handful of bazooka there for 5 cents a piece.
Yeah. And then you crash, and then you go right back to the candy store because it's at the corner.
And you go play wiffle ball.
Yeah, exactly. It was the original crack cocaine candy.
Right.
Got you addicted to that stuff. But I'm a lot happier, brother. I mean, 7-3. I mean, I thought the teams played very well. I mean, yesterday's game was a little bit of a fluke on Boston's side, a cheapo goal, and they missed Tony DeAngelo. Let's face it, the power plays pretty much went amiss.
A little bit. They did get a power play goal, but the first couple of power plays were absolute disasters, including that 4-minute power play. God, that was harkening back to the Sully days.
Yeah, that was a Mike Sullivan power play. If I ever, Solo Mio, as I remember.
Yeah.
No cohesion whatsoever, and yes, it's awful. I want to tell you a funny thing that happened to me today.
All right.
Well, I signed on to the internet. I signed to it maybe once or twice a day.
You signed on?
Yeah, you know.
What is this, 1998?
I signed
on.
You've
got mail.
I dialed up. I heard the modem going there.
I got the old Netscape going there.
I had the Netscape going, the GeoCities websites like Joe Catroni used to have.
GeoCities.
GeoCities. And I sign on there because you got to sign in. My computer has a very, very hard password. And I think anybody who knows me probably could figure it out. But anyway, let's...
Bosco.
Bosco syrup. How'd you know? See, Bosco is it? Yes. Bosco, the syrup of champions. But anyway, I regress, I digress, I may undress. Let's hopefully not. People will Patreon for me not to do that. Sign up for Patreon or I'm going to take clothes off.
Right.
Anyway. So what was I going to say? So I get on the internet and I'm hit with this report. And I got so excited, Jim. It's been the most excited I've got since we got Panarin. It was real. It's Brady Shea is traded to Florida for Vincent Trocheck. I went, what? I was like, this is and then I read that it didn't happen. That it's been reported by Pierre LeBron or whoever does the things up there in Canada. I can't keep track of these guys.
Really?
A noted source, not like Larry Brooks or I don't know, Howard Kreider.
Howard
Remember
Kreider.
You remember that dude? Is he
Did
dead?
that guy die? We haven't seen it.
I haven't seen him. No, the other guy died. I used to go out with him. Anyway,
Lenny LaFrisco. That was the guy, right?
Yeah,
was that
the guy
him?
who
Lenny
died.
LaFrisco.
Yeah, Lenny LaFrisco.
Yeah, we've lost a
R.I.P.
few. R.I.P.
R.I.P. So, habada. Did you hear about this?
I heard tell. I didn't know it. I heard it being buzzed about, but who knows where these things come from?
Well, it was a noted source. It was not a marinara sauce. It was so let's see. I'm gonna try to find it here in my log of shit that I keep a log of all the daily shit that goes on in my life. And it's quite a long list for a guy who really doesn't do too much. Let's see. What is this crap? People inundate me with this crap. This Mark Zuckerberg needs to die. Ugh. It just fucking what? I can't even find it now. Somebody pull up this article. Link me to this article because I'm growing grumpy again. But I really, with the Boston game notwithstanding, the other games, 3 playoff teams on the road, teams that are battling. The Minnesota Wild, I'm just wild about Harry. I don't put Zuccarello in the shootout, and I get fired right after the game, Bruce Boudreau.
Yes. This is just speculation from a blog. I think it was reported. I think somebody reported that it looks like Elliot Friedman from Hockey Night in Canada reported that Trocheck might be on the market, and I think one of the blogs just speculated that maybe the Rangers could move Brady Shea for Trocheck because of the contract situation.
And I agree with the people, Stephen Waldman and Mike Scherer, Paul Karp as well. If you could trade Brady Shea and get anything, and if you could save money on some kind of contract, trade him. I'll drive him to the airport. I'll even call Mrs. Shattenkirk, tell her that Brady is being traded. If you want to meet him at a hotel at this new destination, go ahead. Right. Speaking of which, you remember that months ago, the poor asset management of the New York Rangers? I don't think Kevin Shattenkirk's gotten a point since that article.
So he's still stuck on the 17 points or whatever it was that he had after the first week of the season?
He's been struggling mightily in the point production. So
you can imagine that.
Yeah. You can imagine what he brings to the team otherwise if he's not scoring.
7 goals, 22 assists.
Yeah. What's the Adam Fox numbers?
About the same, I think.
We should have kept them. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Joe. A fine Ranger, Joe.
Find out the last time he got a goal, Shatner.
I'm looking
Power
as
play
we
specialist.
speak. I'm looking right now at the game log. Let me see. Complete game log. God bless you, hockeyreference.com. Kevin Shattenkirk has not scored a goal since January 4th. So that is 20 games without a goal. And before that, he scored on New Year's Eve. And then before that, he had gone 23 games without a goal.
Wow.
And he
power play
has,
quarterback.
He has exactly 3 points in calendar year 2020. Or no, excuse me, I apologize. 4 points in calendar year 2020. So, yeah, bravo.
We should have kept him so Adam Fox and Ryan Lindgren wouldn't have a spot.
Right.
Shut up. It's your poor asset management. This team
Adam Fox, 6 goals, 25 assists.
Yeah. Rookie season.
Right.
Have it.
Right. Rookie season, 10-year vet.
Unfortunately, we're going to be carrying $6 million of that 10-year vet's salary next year.
Speaking of Rangers defense, what'd you think about Pierre yesterday? Lauding Lindy Ruff. What a great job he's doing with the Ranger defense.
Well, what will happen? Go ahead.
But I can't be though. I read on Twitter that Lindy Ruff sucks.
I think you know this. Anything on Twitter is pure garbage. You shouldn't listen to it. You shouldn't take it. Yeah, that's apparently their penalty kill has been much better. Everything's been terrific, but they want to fire Lindy Ruff because he's still part of the AV crew, I guess. Back way when. I don't know. I really don't know what Lee Ruff does. Does he control the defense? Does he control the shorthand? That I don't know. I even consulted the Rangers media guide. They don't even know what he does. So I just know
I shook the 8-ball.
Yeah,
the 8-ball didn't know.
The 8-ball didn't know. The Rangers defense, I think Lindgren and Fox are playing well. You have D'Angelo is playing well. I don't get the Trouba thing. There is a underlying hatred or a dislike by the morons. It's all about the money.
Because he makes fish nagels.
So what do you expect? 40 goals, 40 assists? What do you expect?
I don't know what. Yeah, Jacob Trouba, absolutely. Does he make some mistakes? Sure. Would I take him over having Kevin Shattenkirk back? Yes.
Well, Jim, he's a -7, though, Jim. He's a -7.
Playing with Brady Shea, Joe.
You obviously can see any fan of any merit, of any quality, can see that Jacob Trouba is a good defenseman. He's an excellent defenseman at what, 25 years old? Give it a break. With that dissecting, finding any kind of ridiculous reason to pound on him. Oh, look at it. He's going
to be 26 next week, Joe.
He's anchored to the guy we just talked about we would get rid of for anything. I mean, I'm not blaming it all on him. Yeah, does Jacob Trouba make mistakes? Yeah, they all do. But there's a guy, he's a clears that net. He's a presence. I think he can run a power play if need be. He certainly played enough power play time with the Winnipeg Jets. He gets the shots to the net. I see nothing wrong with this guy. You got to pay somebody. Not everybody can be on an entry-level contract.
Right. The shorthanded goal was he kind of fumbled the puck at the blue line there. It got past him. It led to the shorthanded goal. I mean, he's not,
we've seen them all.
He's solid. He's solid. I'll go. I'm not going to say great, very good. I'll say he's solid. They could do a lot worse. They've done a lot worse. Good evening, Johnny Prestano down in Hollywood, Florida. How are you, buddy?
Matt Zenobia asked me the question. He asked me, don't you think he's a little bit overpaid? I don't know. Everybody in the world wanted this guy. I think with the right team, he's going to, once this team starts to get a little bit older, when he's 27, he's 28. That's when you're really going to see the real. When they don't $8 million, like Jim just said, what were you paying Shattenkirk? It was a complete disaster. The people are going to have to get paid in this league. That's
He's making 5 and change or something, 7 and change, 5 and change.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You got to watch the player, and I'm not going to get hung. I hate the salary cap. As much as it straightened out the Rangers over the years, the salary cap makes it's causing a lot, especially with the Rangers. It's a real headache, mainly because the Swedish man is taking up a lot of cap space. The tall guy with the stick.
Baba, shampooey, Baba, shampooey, Baba, shampooey tends the Rangers' goal. Baba, shampooey, Baba, shampooey, Baba, shampooey tends the Rangers' goal.
There you have it.
There you go. I mean, shampooey takes up he takes and like the tall guy with just the stick there, Mark Stahl, he's another guy. So I hate the salary cap. I can't measure a guy on his salary cap numbers. I mean, is $8 million? That's the going rate. I mean, that's Jacob Trouba is a rising young defenseman. I don't know. You get in the future now. If he was 31 and we paid him $8 million. It'd be a total different story.
Right, for another 6 years.
Yeah, for another 6 years, then we're in a whole different boot. But this boot is just a boot to start.
Right.
Just starting. So that's where I stand. Yeah, everybody's got their different opinions. I mean, I don't try to get hung up in the numbers too much, which is probably a problem with me because I really should pay more attention. But I'm not hung up on his salary as of yet. I'm glad that we have these guys long term. Usually I'm totally upset that we have these guys long. Like Panarin, imagine he had like 9 goals and 21 assists. We'd be like, oh God, we got to live through 5 years of this or whatever have you. And now we're like, man, we got this guy.
We'd be yelling, blow up the blow up.
Exactly.
Send out another letter. Photocopy that letter and change the dates.
And speaking of Panarin, did you see this Pierre? What's the guy that said? Who was the guy you said that was? Why is his name escaping? Pierre Maguire. He was talking
on NBC.
On NBC, yeah.
Pierre Maguire.
When he interviewed John Davidson, did you see this? It's an old interview from, I guess, like the beginning of the season.
I did not see it.
Oh, it's a very good interview. I'll have to post it to the group. He was talking about Panarin, and then he knew Panarin would come here because Panarin got to Columbus, made it pretty apparent that he did not want to play in Columbus. But he's such a pro, and
who does?
Yeah, I know. He wanted to play in a major market. He did not want to play in a place like Columbus or Arizona or whatever. Most of these. He wanted to play in the big city. So that's why he kind of took that discount to come to the Rangers, which was fantastic, which is a boon for us. And JD said he kind of knew it. And he also asked them, well, would he have done those moves because those moves, I think, were done previous to him coming here. That would he have done those? And he said, yes, he would have done those. And JD had a great story about Fred Shearer that I never heard of. He saw Fred at a dinner one time, and Fred Shearer used to be called Freddie the Fog.
Right.
He was just in some other world, and he didn't recognize JD. This is post Stanley Cup. He goes, a tall guy over there. What's your name? Like, he didn't realize that guy had taken him to the Stanley Cup, John Davidson. I mean, I don't know. So, anywho.
Well, in fairness, Davidson did have a mask on half the time.
That's true. Do you know I think he retired at age 27 or something, John Davidson?
Was he that young?
He wasn't even 30. It's either 27, 28 in that range that he had such
29.
29. He had such massive knee problems.
And a back, right? He had a bad back too, I think.
Bad back, and he couldn't skate as well, which was a detriment to his career. He's falling down. He couldn't stand up.
After the 79-80 season, he was with the Rangers for 3 more years, but only played 13 more games.
Yeah, it was. He basically had that run. So I digress. I transgress by saying all that stuff. But where would I start it off with this? Oh, I was starting with the Trouba and the money and all that stuff. I've got no problem with those guys. I'll tell you, I was very proud of in the last game. The intoxicating one. Wouldn't you guys agree that the intoxicating one, Pavel Buchnevich, the Enigma, he's got a personality. I don't get it. In the Winnipeg game, was it Winnipeg?
Yeah, it was mocking Elvis Meerkens or
Elvis Gerback.
Elvis Gerback.
He was mocking Elvis with the guitar thing. And then he explained the joke. If you watch the game back, he's on the bench with Kreider. That shows you how much my opinion of Chris Kreider has changed. Now I'm on a nickname basis with him. Chris Kreider. He's explaining the joke to Kreider on the bench that the last game that they won, he must have watched video on this guy and saw him that he did that little guitar strumming thing, like a rock star, and then in mocking fashion. But Buchnevich does it after scoring against him. Unbelievable. And then yesterday, I keep saying last night, that cross check on Marchand after he cheap shotted. What did he cheap shot again?
It was Lindgren, wasn't it?
It was Lindgren, yes.
Poor Ryan Lindgren, but we'll talk about him in a minute.
Yeah, he gets beat up. But he gets dirty. Didn't take much courage on Marchand's part to do that. But Buchnevich lays a Russian cross-check against him, sends that nose flying to the freaking ice.
Blew his helmet off his head.
Yeah. It was
too bad his head wasn't in it.
Newfound respect for Pavel Buchnevich.
Yeah. Who knew he had a mean streak in him, right?
He's got a mean streak. He's a little cocky. He's all that stuff.
And look, I'm all about any guy that sticks up for his teammates like that. I mean, we've seen Trouba do it this year. We've seen Buchnevich do it. We've seen Tony D do it. We waited a long time. This team, they are very, very close. This team, there's a chemistry there.
Yeah, they care about each other, Sam, and I think it's apparent that they don't like when other people take liberties. And I was surprised there was no retribution to Buchnevich at all later during that game. The Bruins seemed like a type of team that would take the number and be like, well, you're going to take a run at Brad Marchand. Or maybe they just figure Brad will take care of it himself.
Right.
The nose. And I've always said this.
Such a punchable face, doesn't he?
He does, but you know what? If he was on the Rangers, we would love that schnoz. But
well,
now, and I hate people who say they wouldn't like him. I don't like dirty players. I love dirty players.
Bullshit. If he was a Ranger, you'd love him.
And he licked somebody, we'd be applauding. Look at this guy. He's an animal. We need more animals.
The closest thing we have to that is Brendan Lemieux. Now, if Brendan Lemieux was a devil or a flyer, where you had to see him all the time and the little things he does and the constant chirping and all that shit, you would hate Brendan Lemieux.
Exactly.
But he's ours, so you love him.
Yeah. All the reasons, we love these guys. You put them under the uniform. Look, Howie, you wouldn't like the Marchand on the Rangers? I take those 35-plus goals and all that entertainment that we sorely miss. That used to be.
I wouldn't want him licking anybody if he was a Ranger with that coronavirus going around.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Or the mumps.
Yeah, that coronavirus is some crazy, wacky stuff. I mean, really, it's serious. I'm surprised the Rangers haven't come down with it yet.
No, we get the mumps and
With the
whooping cough.
Whooping cough.
Right.
But
that Sharona virus.
Jim, I really believe that something's got to give. In that movie, something's got to give. Is that Marilyn Monroe was in that? I don't know. Something's got to give with the Rangers. I don't think we get to keep all our toys this offseason, this trading deadline. I don't think we get Kreider. If we don't get Kreider, then if we do keep Kreider, rather, we lose D'Angelo. If we keep D'Angelo, we lose Kreider. I feel like we don't get to keep it all. We don't get to keep Brendan Lemieux. We don't get to keep Georgiev. We don't get to keep Ryan Strome. We don't keep. There's something's gonna. We can't have it all.
Unless somebody waives his no move clause.
He looks very happy on the bench.
Oh, yeah, he just looks absolutely thrilled. Resting Hank face. Oh.
And that stupid Looney Tune Sam Rosen's like, look at Lundqvist. What a class act congratulating Shesterkin. And I'm like, what else is he going to do?
Right.
Scowl at him at the end of the game.
What's he going to do? Whip his dick out and piss on him?
Yeah, exactly.
Put a hole in the ice, first of all.
Slap him in the head. Hey, what are you doing? Upstaging me.
Right. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but I don't know. He doesn't look happy. I don't think Georgiev is going anywhere. I think Georgiev honestly is the perfect backup for Shesterkin. And Hank's not going to want to do this for another year. I think buying him out is silly. Just waive. Don't you think it was a big deal that he didn't play yesterday? Again, big game, Sunday afternoon. It's hockey day in America, a showcase game, national TV, at home. Georgiev's played 2 in a row. Shesterkin's a little banged up, and he leaves Hank on the bench.
Because Georgiev wins games. Didn't win yesterday, but
I don't think Hank was doing any better than Georgiev did yesterday.
No, I don't think it made a bit of difference in the outcome. You think he's going to waive that? No, he's so.
I don't think so. But
I don't. Why, you don't think buying him out next year makes any sense?
I don't know.
Okay.
Just sick of paying guys not to play for the Rangers.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think it's a lot of money, but you got a big hit with Shattenkirk next year.
Yes.
$5.5 million to that bald fuck.
I hate that bastard. What a waste. Oh, I always want to play with the Rangers. Comes in freaking overweight. He's always hurt. A disaster, Kirk. Oh, worst.
Disaster, Kirk.
I don't know. I'm just coming up with stupid nicknames. I don't even care if it makes sense. I don't know. Do you guys have any? You guys have any feeling what's going to happen? I guess we just gotta wait. And Kreider, as I now call him, guys. But I mean, Jim. I don't think this is a streak. This is, I think, a product of playing with some good players there. Whether on the power play is.
I can. You know what? I'm glad that decision isn't left to me because I really don't know what they should do. There's part of me that says, see what you can get for him, and then there's part of me that says, there's chemistry here, and you're going to take a big piece of the heart of this team out. This team is very close knit. I think they're starting to they're definitely starting to play better. They're starting to bond. You hate to rip a piece out of that. I mean, I know the team's going to look a little different a week from right now, but I don't know. I'm glad that's not my decision. I'm not sure there's a right decision. I'm not sure there's a wrong one.
Well,
I guess it's going to depend on. I guess it's going to depend on what's his market. You know, what's his asking price and what's his value. You know, is on the trade market. I mean, what are teams going to offer for him? And what is he looking for? You know, how much is too much? I don't know.
Well, the agents are talking, whatever that means.
His
agent and the Rangers are talking.
He's what, 28 or 29, right?
He was drafted in 2009. The Tavares draft.
Right. So he's 28 or 29. I don't know.
Oh, isn't that 28 like your prime? I mean,
supposed to be.
Yeah. So I mean, and he's got legs. He's still one of the fastest skaters in the league. So usually those guys will hang around a long time. Mike Gartner did that. He's such a great skater.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be tough.
You know, and Christian Ritzer brings up a good point. You know, if they move Shea, that changes a lot of things too.
That's a game changer.
That's a game changer. Yes.
Literally is a game changer. The Rangers will win more games.
Right. They might win a few more games. You know,
that winning streak.
I don't know. They've got these are. I think these are tougher decisions than they had to make the last couple of years.
Yeah.
The last 2 years, I think things were a little more clear cut. Now I think this is. I think it's tough. And one thing's for sure: no matter what they do, the fan base will hate it.
Oh no! Yeah, of course.
Nobody hates the Rangers more than Ranger fans.
Well, that's your Twitterati and all those fucking losers. But I think it's going to be tough. I just think we're going to have to. Some heartbreak is going to come because we want these guys on the team, whether it be Ryan Strome. If they could get rid of Brady Shea, it would be outstanding because the Rangers have in their prospect pool some really good defensemen. I mean, we've talked about Keandre Miller, Lundqvist, Niles Lundqvist.
Joey Keane. Got to see Joey Keane Saturday night.
Oh, yeah. Tell me all about that experience.
We'll get to that in a little while because I've got some stories. You know me. I don't go anywhere without coming home with stories. I make sure I come home with stories.
And if you could move him, and then you have Stahl retiring, at least his contract ending at the end of next year, you've got room for those guys. And you're looking really, really good if you can keep Tony DeAngelo. But they got to try to bridge DeAngelo. And how is he really good? They could have bridged him last year, and they didn't. They decided to give him a 1 year on the cheap deal because they were up against the cap.
Right. It was Tony smart, right?
All right. And now
he bet on himself.
Yeah. And he won big.
Well, Paul, let me ask you a question. I see your comment here. Kreider seems to love the Rangers, plays on number one line, blah, 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 speaks Russian. How about the player giving a discount? Well, but how can you expect Chris Kreider, who's been in this organization 10 years, why should he give a discount because the Rangers chose to give $10 million to Artemi Panarin and whatever, $7 million, $8 million to Jacob Trouba, and they're still paying Hank $8.5 million for another year? Why should Chris Kreider say? Why should he be the one that loses out because the Rangers chose to pay out all those other contracts? Why should he take a discount because Brady Shea's making so much money? Why should he take a discount because Brendan Smith is making so much money? I mean, as we've said before, this is Chris Kreider's 28 years old. This is it. This is his last. This is the last big contract. This is it. This is and I understand, he's already making a lot of it, but this is the one that sets him up for the rest of his life. You know what I mean? This is where he cashes in.
You can't think like we think, like, wow, what's the difference between $5 million and $7 million?
Right.
For these guys, it's a different. It's a pride thing. It's an ego thing. Like Jim said, comparative to other players, why is this guy? These guys know, and the agents are in their ears about this. This isn't like, the Rangers drafted me. I was only a teenager, but you know what? I have some loyalty. I'm staying here. It's not like that. I wish, And maybe we're not, put it. If I had a chance to play with Artemi Panarin for the rest of my career, I think I would choose it. But it's about the money. It really is. I mean, that's what it is. It's not like the old days. I don't think. How many guys stay with the same team?
Right.
It's about the money. I wish it was. I don't know why he should be loyal to the Rangers. The Rangers pissed money away on useless guys for years.
Right. I mean, a lot of guys have come and go with big money contracts in the time that Chris Kreider's been here. And now it's Chris Kreider's turn, and we're going to tell Chris Kreider that he should work for, quarters on the dollar or whatever you want to, however you want to put it. I'm not here to cry poverty for these guys, but they also work in New York, where where the money goes a lot less further than it does if you play in Florida, where you don't get taxed, or Arizona, where the cost of living is so low. And those are considerations.
You don't know how many family members he's supporting, what he's got to do.
Right, he might have a drunk sister-in-law he's paying off.
Exactly.
He could have 2 or 3 illegitimates.
It's like a Peter Townsend.
Bless you, by the way.
Who. Thank you. It's like Pete Townsend of The Who. I see an interview where he says he absolutely hates touring, that he's faking all that emotion on stage. And they're like, well, then why do you still do it? He goes, for the money. I'm into yachting, and I've got to pay off these yachts. I like to buy yachts. And that's the only reason he's in it. Meanwhile, he's having a great time on stage. He absolutely loves it. And I'm not saying hockey players are that way, but I'm just saying that the money, the agents talk. They have a whole list. This guy's getting paid more than you. They know it. But I hope you're right. I hope you're right. So I don't know how it's going to shake out. Maybe they can bridge. I don't see Tony DeAngelo getting bridged after the Rangers screwed him the first time. He's going to be like, you go jump off a bridge. You got that, Paisan?
Yes.
What's up with his injury? This is him and Shesterkin have been out a couple games here. I'm getting a little worried here. My Rangers spidey senses tingling. Is there something? 70 years old.
That's weird. Every time I change tabs, it changes our view. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with Shesterkin. I'm hoping he's just a little banged up, and they figured since Georgiev was playing well, they let him, give him another day off. Give him another, now they're off for another day, and then they come back tomorrow night. Why does that keep happening? And Michael, okay,
I'll be right back.
All right. What's he gonna change his clothes? Are you doing a costume change? You got to block the camera?
Never know when I come back what it's going to look like.
I feel like we should play like intermission music. Like, let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and grab ourselves a snack. If Eddie doesn't come back in a different outfit, this is a waste of time. If he had to go to the throne, he would just say it. He'd say, I gotta take a dump, or I gotta go take a piss. I'll be right back. But instead, we got all this mystery now. I mean, there's going to be an unveiling in a few minutes when he comes back. Maybe he's going to be wearing. I want to see in the chat room speculate on what's going to happen when Eddie peels back the veil here. Is he going to be in the Swami hat? Is he going to be? Maybe he'll be wearing the J-Lo outfit from the halftime show. Will he be wearing his Brady Shea jersey? Swami, did Cutter have something to do? Cutter hacked the show. All right. I will take a minute here to say that the link, if you guys want to join, if you guys want to come on the air, the link is in the chat room. And I will tell you, I'll take a minute here while we wait for Eddie. I will tell you that according to Be Live, Mike, you keep dropping off and coming back. I don't know if that's on purpose, but anyway, according to the powers that be at Be Live, the YouTube scheduling feature is up and ready to go. So next week, we are going to try and make the official move to YouTube Live. And then we'll just post the link to the show in the group. And you guys will just click the link and you go to YouTube and you watch the show and you can still chat. There's still a chat that goes on throughout the show. We did a test run a couple weeks ago and it went great. And so, yeah, I think next week we're going to officially move this from Facebook to YouTube and hopefully just get a little bit bigger audience. Not everybody wants to be on Facebook. Everybody's got a YouTube account because it's just your Google account. So, wow, the tension's building here. The longer this goes, Eddie is just now that I can't even hear. I don't know if he shut his. I can't even hear any background noise coming over there. I mean, this is big. I mean, maybe he's got Mike Bossy coming on with him. Naked Time with Eddie Kike again. How many times can we do that show? So, all right. And, yeah, we'll get to stories. Jen and I went to see the Hartford Wolf Pack the other night against the he went to bed. That's possible. What's up, Talion? Good to see you. Jen and I went to the Hartford Wolf Pack game on Saturday night. They defeated the Lehigh Valley Phantoms, the Flyers AHL team, 4-3 in the shootout. So we'll talk about that in a little while. I'm just I'm letting the suspense is killing me. The suspense is killing me. Well, I think Paul, I think everybody has chat access on YouTube. It's just your Google account. So, I mean, we can post the link in Facebook, but I don't know if it's going to stream in our group. I don't know if that's going to happen or if it's just going to be a link. So, we'll see. We'll find out next week. Our next show, which will probably be, let's see. Monday night, trade deadline. Be a Monday night. Whew, must be crapping out a jetty over there. My goodness. Eddie, R.I.P. Eddie.
I'm back.
He's coming. Wait, ladies and gentlemen, hold on a minute. I hear him.
Oh, what's going on?
I don't know. We thought you had. We thought there was going to be like a big reveal.
I was just cleaning my ears. I needed my privacy.
Oh, all right.
Hey, my wife's out of town. Maybe I have a broad over here.
Oh, you would never.
Never. No, I would not.
Maybe I have a broad over here. But Matt Morello said Paulie D is at Eddie's house ready to apologize.
I would have kept the camera on for that one. I'm a private man. What can I say? If I got to do something, I like to do it in the privacy.
All right. Well, no, that's fine.
See?
We just thought you were coming back maybe in the Swami hat or you know, in
I was
your robe.
thinking of that.
Or your bathrobe. You know, like
great.
Like Vinny the Chin Gigante or something.
Jackie Gleason with this big white robe.
Yeah, there you go. With Tony Soprano.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I don't know. Listen, I'm a private man. Like I said, I'm an introvert, extrovert. I don't know. I don't want to like turn around. You got to see my ass and everything. I'm not really happy. I don't want the fans to see that shit.
All right. No, it's fine.
I mean, are you trying to make me all crazy? I'm thinking I'm a wacko.
No, we just started.
All right. Anyway, what were we talking about? The Rangers or something?
Chris Johnert wants to know how many times was Eddie cleaning his ears on Blog Talk that we don't know about. Actually, none. That's the first time since we started the show. That's first time in 11 years.
I was in the bathroom, indisposed. I saw a cotton swab. I said, hey, I'll do a cotton swab bit. I was too lazy to get the Swami hat, which I think actually is in the hands of Master of Brutality, actually.
Does he still have it from the last viewing party?
Yeah, he has the Speaking of which, are you going to announce a date?
I can
wait.
I don't have official confirmation yet. I'm just waiting for them to answer me. But yes, Mike, I can. There's the link. We expect that the next viewing party will be Saturday, March 28th. The Rangers are in Tampa to take on the Lightning.
Kevin Shattenkirk of the Lightning.
Kevin Shattenkirk, Ryan McDonough, and the rest of the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's a 7 p.m. game, and we are expecting to be at Slattery's. So I am still waiting for them to confirm. We were toying with the idea of going someplace else just because it was March Madness, and we were invited to another place, but that's kind of fallen by the wayside. So I'm just waiting for Slattery's to confirm that it'll be okay, and as soon as I can't imagine that it won't be. So we'll post an event and all that good stuff in the group, and we'll go from there. And Eddie, I was filling the time while you were gone. I was telling the group here that we will be on YouTube for our next show, YouTube Live, and that should be where we are from now on, as long as it goes well.
Yeah, I can't wait. I've looked up some of these YouTube Live shows, and their graphics are really like wacky, like very intricate things, and you get to say something if you donate. It's weird, like I see, you know how you post what people say here,
right?
A quote. If you want people to, in this particular one,
like this Nimrod.
I don't think there's any kind of quote that could be more wrong that has ever been said in the history of man.
Peter, when I lived in Arizona, we used to do West Coast Arizona viewing parties all the time. They were actually pretty successful. We used to get a pretty good group. I mean, not like we get in the city, but not bad for Arizona.
Yes, it's something to behold. And so set your calendars. Get those. Take the days off you need to.
Yeah, it's a Saturday night in the city. Hopefully, we'll have we'll have nice weather. And as always, we'll have stuff to give away. We'll do raffles. We'll sing songs. We'll have Costa with all his glory, and who knows what else we'll have.
What now?
There are rumors that Joe Catroni is going to be at our viewing party. That he's making the trip up from Florida. So this is, you've been around for a while. You know that Joe Catroni. He's a big shot around here. He's the vice president in charge of graphic design and promotion and marketing and guest getting and whatever else we ask Joe to do. He does. So Joe is hoping to make the trip up. As far as I know, they're going to be there for his first viewing party. So he's been trying to do this for years. There's just always been one thing or another in the way. But this time, as far as I know, it's a go. So come on out, meet us, meet Joe Catroni, meet Chris Johnert, meet Costa. The Johnerts will be there, I'm sure. They never miss one.
Hopefully Aunt Diane will be there.
Aunt Diane will be there, and the rest of our cast of characters.
John Johnert also.
John Johnert, who celebrated his 37th birthday yesterday.
He's 37 years old, that dude?
37, yep.
Is he older than you or younger?
I believe he's younger than Chris.
Chris, you don't even look 40. How old are you? Wow.
So.
See, drinking keeps you young.
Then Chris ought to look like he's about 12.
Because John, without that beard, he looks young. Anyway, and by that beard, I mean his wife.
Oh.
You get
Whoa.
it? I'm only kidding.
Wow. Whoa.
Come on, everybody knows. Oh. And of course, CCCP comes in with his little wisecrack. Did everything come out okay? I see you, Tolan. Yeah.
What was the last time he appeared at a viewing party, by the way?
He's a man. He's got a young child. He's new.
Another on the way, by the way. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Wow. He's been busy. That's why he hasn't been
spreading that seed all over New York.
Yeah, the man is procreating at a huge rate.
Right.
With the same person, I hope. So, yes, one of the, me and CCCP go back way back. We were part of the Boneheads with Rick Carpinello used to have his blog at Lowhood. The only really guy I really ever took to in the media, Andrew Gross, we've had on the show, very nice. Does he do anything with hockey now?
He covers the Islanders now.
So he's still not doing anything with hockey?
Right? Yeah, he covers the Islanders. Will there be rhubarb cider served at the viewing party? No. I can almost guarantee you there will not be.
I might have to buy something to bring there. That's a joke. So, yes, it's going to be a hootenanny, as I say. Big time. And everybody have fun. And our record is incredible.
Yes.
Our record for viewing parties is a little bit scary.
It's solid.
I don't want to jinx it. But if you got anything, a lot of people don't want to watch it with a group of people because they think it's some kind of, bad luck thing, or they watch it on their couch. I wanted to ask you about this thing, and I should have done this before the show, but I was late coming in. Got caught up in traffic. You know how it is.
Right.
And there's this Ranger fan reaction YouTube guy. Like when the Rangers score a goal, you hear him, you see him watching the TV, right? And then when the Rangers
is this Matty Saps or something like that? I think, is that his name?
I'm not sure.
Something Saps, Joey Saps.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that, is it? I've seen that. Yeah. Great. That's exciting. I'm watching a video of you watching TV.
Well, I feel it's a little bit disingenuous because, like, he'll show him watching the game, like his father will be sitting in the back or whatever, and you hear Sam, and then the goal's scored, and then he switches to another camera, and then he does his reaction.
Right.
Which I feel like he does, like, he's watching it live, and then afterwards he goes back and does, like, some shtick with his body or something.
Right.
So are you totally hating on this?
Not hating on it, but it's just I can't get real excited about it. I'm not. It doesn't get me all worked up.
I think it's stupid.
Well, there's that too.
Yeah. I also want to say that I believe that everybody is listening to us. I believe the government. I believe that Jeff Bezos is listening to me. I think that who's the other stiff I mentioned earlier?
Zuckerberg,
the one who looks like he never got laid in his life. That guy Zuckerberg.
Right.
Now I've been sitting here. We were talking about Kevin Shattenkirk, right?
Right.
Bop, bop, bop. 10 minutes later, I get a pop-up. Tampa Bay Lightning on Reddit. Like, why would I get a pop-up for Tampa Bay Lightning alert on Reddit? I never talk about Tampa Bay Lightning.
Joe.
I believe in conspiracy, Sam.
It's Big Brother, Joe.
Big Brother's always watching. Hopefully they're watching this show. We need the ratings.
Right.
We need Big Brother. The Islanders lose?
Yes, they lost this afternoon to the Arizona Coyotes.
Fuck you.
The Islanders' hold on a playoff spot is officially tenuous.
Off to a big start, Joe. Oh, Joe, yes. Oh.
Well, they have a 15-game winning streak or 13-game winning streak or something?
That, yeah. Oh, Lou Lamoriello knows how to do it the right way, Joe. There's another guy so overrated. I mean, Lou's good with the fans at least, but that fan base is a bunch of cretins. And the Devil fans, man. If I didn't hate them so much, I would almost feel bad for them with that shit team that they got. Everybody leaves. That's their motto. Zach Parisi.
Everybody leaves. That's
Taylor Hall. Fucking ridiculous. Get out of here. Stink. And I thought they were going to be good at the beginning of the year. That's right. Sean McCaff's got to go. Big brother, 75 years old, Joe. He lost 8 pounds in the offseason, Big brother. Anyway, let's talk about hockey. What are we talking about here? Trades. So when's the deadline? Next week?
The deadline is a week from today.
It's on a Monday?
Yes, sir.
I like it on a Tuesday.
Monday, but it's good that it's Monday because the Rangers don't play that night, so it gives us the opportunity to do a show next Monday night, a trade deadline recap, and then we get all geared up for the next night, which is the Islanders from the Nassau Veterans Coliseum.
That's like, I don't know. Trying to make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. That place is a fucking joke still.
Chicken salad out of chicken shit.
Yeah, it's chicken shit. I mean, it's fucking... For hockey, it sucks. It's just move. Go wherever you're going to go. Get out of New York. You don't belong here. I agree. Wrong. And every time I go past that what is it? Aqueduct? Is that where they're going? Or Belmont?
Belmont.
I go past that. I'm like, who's going to come all the way out here from, like, you know, the Schmendricks I see out here in Long Island? They're not going there. They don't pass the Queens border. They're not coming over here. Dopes.
You want to talk to Mike, who's been waiting patiently since we started?
Yeah. Let's bring on Mike.
Let's bring Mike on. We'll say hello. His debut here. Let's see. How do I? Here we go. He's coming. There he is.
Hey, Mike.
What's up, Mike?
Hey,
How are you?
What's going on? Hey, Jim. Hey, Eddie. Long-time listener. Finally made it on the show.
Glad to have you. Welcome to the show. Thanks for waiting for a while there. We appreciate it.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm at the gym, just hanging out.
He's got his Arizona. Did you go to ASU? Shirt. Did you go to ASU?
My brother was at the game today.
Which game? Can Mike not hear me?
Mike, can you hear him?
I was waiting to go live. Weird.
No, I got Mike's on screen here. Can I can hear Mike? Can you hear Mike, Eddie?
I can hear Mike.
I can't hear you guys.
Mike can't hear us. All right. Hold on. Let's try it. Oh, now he's gone. All right. As soon as he comes back up, we'll bring him right back in. I can hear him. Oh, all right. Mike is ready to join the broadcast. So now he's gone again. He must be having trouble. All right. Here we go. We're going to try this one more time. Nope. Now he's gone again.
I will agree with Diane while we're trying to get Mike back on. Says Belmont will be a disaster. The Island fans have a phobia of New York City. They do.
There we go.
Mike, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys now, finally.
Okay.
All right.
So what I was asking you, did you go to ASU?
No, my brother went to ASU.
Your brother went to ASU.
And so for Christmas, I get him tickets every year. He lives in Phoenix, so I got him tickets to he's a big Islanders fan, unfortunately.
My condolences.
Tickets every year. The tickets are so cheap. I think I paid like $200 for 2 tickets, 5 rows up from the Islanders bench.
Wow. Now I just want to mention that my buddy Keith McElroy, who used to live in Arizona and now lives in Texas, he went to ASU and played hockey at ASU. And believe it or not, Eddie, ASU is now the 9th ranked hockey team in NCAA.
Yeah,
that is really surprising.
Their program for all sports is really good. I mean, you have all the spring training out there. So my brother went there for kinesiology, which is like the study of human motion. It's kind of like the science aspect of being a personal or physical trainer.
Yeah, it's that voodoo stuff.
Between Florida for the East Coast, what?
I thought kinesiology was where you could set fires with your mind, like Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, it's when you do that. The head of
the 8. So between Phoenix, that's where all the baseball, the MLB teams on the West Coast do all their spring training.
Right. The Giants are there. The Angels, the Rangers, the Royals, Cubs
are out there.
Yeah.
So, he chose ASU, and he loves Phoenix out there. Phoenix is a great city. I mean, you just said you lived in Arizona for a while. Phoenix is a really cool city. It's hot as heck.
Not in July and August it ain't, but yeah, it's not bad.
I was there this past July. It was 114 degrees every single freaking day.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, it's not fun in July and August. Not fun at all.
It's surprising that a hockey team is there and
and thriving. I mean,
the ASU team is thriving.
Yes.
Yeah, the ASU team is thriving. Forks up, baby. That's what my brother says. I went to Drexel, and our men's team was a club team. I actually played competitive paintball at Drexel University in Philly.
Wow.
Nice.
I can't hear Eddie at all, by the way. Unfortunately.
Good. Thank God.
You can't hear Eddie?
No. Probably a good thing, though.
He can hear you. That's weird.
Yeah, no, I see him talking, but this Be Live thing is kind of ridiculous. I can't wait for y'all to be on YouTube.
That'll be next week. Yeah, hopefully. I don't know why you can't hear Eddie.
It's all good.
I was
like restarting the app a couple times, and it's whatever.
Jim, just talk to him.
I'm on a good internet connection.
No, your connection's fine. I don't know why you can't hear Eddie. I can hear Eddie, and I can hear you, so I'll just facilitate.
Yeah. Look at it. The mediary with the kinesiology.
Right.
The holistic voodoo shit. It ain't a real degree.
What I was actually going to talk about was this theory in Swedish culture called lagom. And I'm good friends with Max and Alex Lundquist, who are third cousins of Hank's. I actually worked for them. They play professional paintball. I play semi-professional paintball.
I didn't know there was such a thing as professional paintball.
Yeah, it's right after the XFL games.
It's definitely an ESPN 8, sport, for sure. We always get frustrated in our community because they'll have curling, on ESPN or poker before paintball. But ESPN is not what it used to be in its heyday. ESPN is a, Disney corporation now, unfortunately.
So ESPN might wind up getting hockey back because the contract is almost up with NBC, and supposedly the NHL wants a multi-partner agreement now, like every other sports league has. So the NHL's, they want to try and get a couple of sports partners as opposed to just putting all their eggs in the NBC basket.
What did he glean from the Lundquist cousins?
It's unfortunate that ESPN kind of, with the contracts, like they don't really cover hockey the way they cover every other sport. Just almost to be spiteful, it seems like,
Eddie wants to know what it's like to what have you gotten? You play paintball with the Lundquist cousins or whoever these, and so what was that like? What's
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, Alex is a model for Calvin Klein. He actually is a partner in a suit company in Manhattan with Hank, and they've hung out a number of times. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I got some jokes there with the suit man.
Together. But this theory lagom, it's like this Swedish mentality of like for the team. So it kind of dates back to the Viking days of like everyone in the tribe of Vikings would pass around the mead, and everyone gets an equal sip.
Okay.
It's a kind of a hard theory to put into English.
Okay.
It's Leah Anderson missed that the meeting.
Kind of, it's strange because it means a lot of things. It could mean like your soup is like a moderate temperature. But it relates to sports in the sense that like it kind of explains a lot of like Hank's stoic nature.
Right.
And I know that you guys have analyzed like the way he's talked about the defense and blah blah blah, and kind of his no trade clause, or waiving his no trade clause, and I think it explains a lot, like the Swedish athletic mentality of like kind of the team first. I don't know if that. I think it relates enough to his mentality because I've seen it before a lot of times with him, where he doesn't boast about the fact that he's an all-star. He's going to be a Hall of Fame goalie for sure. He doesn't boast about that. And he kind of very casually, it seems very casual dismissal of the media's poking and prodding as to like why they're losing or why they're in the situation like last year. And I just wanted to kind of explain that. I'll share a link with the group that kind of goes into, it's called Lawgum. It's spelled Lawgum. And you can look it up. And you see it a lot with other Swedish players in that regard. So I kind of wanted to bring that up and let you guys
It's interesting.
know. But yeah, it was cool. I went over to Sweden. It's a beautiful country. It's one of the best countries in the world. And in the summer, in the winter, apparently it's not so nice. And it kind of explains a lot. There's a joke in Sweden where there's a reason why IKEA and Husqvarna and all these Saab, all these great exist, is because they got nothing to do in the winter other than sit inside and make things better. You know?
Mike, you're starting to break up pretty bad on us.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I only heard like 3 words of the joke.
No.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you try us again next week on YouTube, and hopefully you'll be able to hear Eddie and everything will go well, and we'll talk again there. I'll ask you real quick before I let you go. Chris Kreider, you keeping him or you trading him?
I'm keeping him.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think that just you saw the past couple of weeks with his consistency with the top 6 pairing. You were just talking earlier in the show about the chemistry with the Buchnevich and Mika and even Panarin. You see all that chemistry with that top 6 rotation. And I think they're going to keep him, to be honest. I think they're going to pay him, too.
I hope so.
Thanks, Eddie.
All right, Mike. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate it. Thanks for holding. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Breaking news. Get the music ready.
Breaking news. I still don't have the WINS music. So
yeah, we do the Monday night. We know what happened. Monday night football. That's right. Major trade in the National Hockey League not involving the New York Rangers. Joe Willie Namath traded to the Rams. No. Tyler Toffoli, Chris Campoli, Anatoly, what have you. Tyler Toffoli, the man who just got a hat trick in the first hat trick in an outdoor game, has been traded to the Vancouver Canucks. Why? I don't know. And do I care? Absolutely not. But it is a hockey trade. Tyler Toffoli to the Canucks for what? We don't know. Jim will tell you.
There you have it. All the latest. So now we have Costa waiting. If you guys want to call in, the link is still up. You got a little bit of time left. I'll tell you. You want to hear some quick stories from the Wolf Pack game?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right. So we went to the game and it's here at the in Allentown. They have a real nice arena where the Lehigh Valley Phantoms play. That's the Flyers AAA team or AAA minor league team, AHL. And it was nice because we could go right down to the glass before the game. So I got lots of pictures that I posted in the group and everything, and got to see my man Vinny Boom Bots.
Oh yeah, so
some good pictures of him. And I got to see Kravtsov. We watched warm-ups, then we went up to our seats. We were sitting in the.
We were allowed to watch warm-ups. No.
No, there was no security around. The way the bench was set up, and you have the glass between where we were standing at like the end of the bench. I could actually reach through the glass and grab Kravtsov and Lettieri's sticks. They were right there. I took a picture of my hand on Vinny Lettieri's hockey stick.
Wow.
I could have pulled it right up and ran with it if I wanted to. I mean, let's face it, it's not doing him a whole lot of good anyway.
Oh. You're sour on Vin?
No, in the AHL, he's great. He's fantastic. He's a star in the AHL. So, everybody, a lot of people were asking me, how does Kravtsov look? How's this guy look? How's that guy look? The Phantoms, they're not very good this year. And what does it say about the Phantoms that their goaltender, Alex Lyon, is the same guy who was their goaltender the first time I went to a Phantoms game, which was like 2.5 years ago. This guy is still languishing in Allentown. So I don't think I know he got called up by the Flyers once or twice, but it might be time to rethink your career choices because you're not leaving Allentown, I don't think.
Wow.
So
tearing all the factories down over there.
Right. Okay. They spend their weekends on the Jersey Shore, I hear. Anyway, the Phantoms play a very clamped down, boring style. So the Wolf Pack had very little open ice. It was very much a grinded out type game, and the Phantoms 3 times took a 1-goal lead, and every time the Wolf Pack came back, tied it up, and then Fatso Fogarty won it in a shootout.
All right,
so it was I think it was a 5-round shootout, and the Phantoms shot first, so it was able to. So when Fogarty scored, the game was over, and they. So that was cool, and I got to talk to a couple of Ranger fans before the game, and because there were quite a few Ranger fans there, and quite a few people there to see the Wolf Pack, and then of course just Ranger fans like us. And I was talking to a couple of people, and this one guy we got to talking about Hank, and of course, and the guy's like, I feel bad for Hank, and I'm like, I can't feel bad for the guy. I said, this is what he chose, same spiel I give here every week. But it was nice to see a lot of Ranger fans. I saw a guy in an old. I mean, this was like an old, authentic Barry Beck jersey. Which was pretty cool, and of course, I had my Hedberg jersey on, so we were
bonded.
We were middle-aged men bonding, and over our beers.
Middle-aged man.
So, and then we sat in the top row of this section. Really good seats, though, very top row, and the place wasn't full for whatever reason. I guess they have a lot of season ticket holders because tickets there were not a lot of tickets available to buy.
Really?
But the place was half empty or half full, depending on what type of philosophical look you have on life. But we were at the top. We were at the top row because this way I figured room to spread out, and there was a bunch of seats. So we were in this one row at the top of the arena, up in the corner, all by ourselves, just me, Jen, and Avery. And but there was this couple, women, with the one girl's father who came, and they were sitting in the next row, in the next section, but like right across the aisle from us. And this one woman, this extremely large woman, she brings a cowbell with her. And she's ringing this fucking cowbell the entire game. She did not have it around her neck. But she's ringing this fucking cowbell. Now, she's barely even paying attention to the game because she's so engrossed in the Candy Crush on her phone. But she's got this shrill voice, and every once in a while she'll just start screaming, "Shut the puck! Shut the puck! Shut the puck!" And then when they ask for noise, which I hate, there is nothing more that I hate at any sporting event than the constant pleading for noise. If you have to beg for noise, then your team sucks. And that goes for no matter what team I don't care if it's the Rangers, the Giants, the Mets. Don't beg for noise. I'll make noise when it's necessary, right?
You and Mandar.
And this dump truck is ringing her cowbell every time they ask for noise. Just annoying. And then they did this thing on the screen where they have a kid play like a trivia game with one of the players. And the title of the game is, "Are you smarter than a whatever?" I guess it was, "Are you smarter than a Phantom?" or something like that. Well, the kid's last name just happens to be the same last name as the president of the United States. So this girl, he should lose just because of his last name. So now, of course, the game is staged because they want the kid to win, and they're going to give him some dopey prize. They're going to give him a towel or a hanky, just
like the last election.
Or a koozie, right? Whatever, right?
Sorry, I had to make the joke.
So the kid wins the rigged contest. So naturally, I yell out, "Well, how about that? A phantom's not as smart as a Trump. How dumb is he?" Right? Nothing from cowbell. Nothing from this mailbox. This dump truck. This just she was so annoying. And then this fucking cowbell just gets me so riled up, right? And now I'm just like I'm getting more into the game, and the Wolfpack, it's a real grinded out game. The Wolfpack tied up at 2, and I'm just going nuts, right? I'm yelling, I'm screaming. And Jen goes, "Are you really getting this worked up over a Wolfpack game?" I'm like, "Yes, now I am." I'm like, because now it's us against them. I'm like, it's Rangers Flyers as far as I'm concerned, And then when they won, I mean, it was great. They won in the shootout. And every time the Wolfpack scored, I stand up and I'm going, "Yeah, ding, 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 ding." I'm waving my cowbell. Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding, fucking ding. And I even tweeted, if you bring a cowbell to a hockey game, don't. That should be a puntable. It is almost as annoying as that fucking asshole with the air horn in DC. So thank you for bringing it up, Howie, because I did tweet that as well.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, fucking ding. Let's go Wolfpack, baby.
Ding bat.
Ding bat. Right.
Yeah.
the bell should have been around her neck.
Exactly.
Right.
Elsie the cow.
Sitting there playing her fucking Candy Crush with her cowbell. Shoot the puck! Shoot the puck! Shoot the puck!
Oh, boy.
You know how I feel about people to begin with. But when you add a cowbell to people.
Well, that fake sound stuff they try to get you to go with. Like I was saying that you're along to Mando. Mando would actually yell out during the game, "Tell me what to do, scoreboard. Tell me what to do. I don't have any thought process. Tell me what to do. Tell me the reactions I should have to everything. Clap, 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 clap." And people would think he was a lunatic. "Tell me what to do, scoreboard."
That's funny.
He loved that. And I hate that too. And I think people mentioned in the chat room about that applause meter thing they do. I knew one dope. He actually thought that was real.
Right.
Let's try to get it all the way pinned, guys. I'm like, dude, it's a gimmick.
And I've never been in an arena or a stadium where they ask for the noise and the noise is coming out of the speakers. So it's just all artificial noise. The fans aren't getting any. It's just bullshit. The fucking cowbell. Oh, I can't stand people. I just can't.
The only guy I would stand with the cowbell is was that Crazy George? You remember him from the 70s? He was at the Avalanche games. He was like a roving wild man. His name was Crazy George. He would go around each stadium, kind of like the San Diego Chicken, but for hockey. I don't know if you remember this guy. Maybe you can get a picture of him up there. Crazy George. He started out, I think, with the Avalanche, and then he just started traveling to all NHL arenas.
Crazy George.
George, yes. Does anybody remember Crazy George?
Crazy George, the world's first professional cheerleader. Crazy George Henderson is a professional cheerleader who claims to be the creator of the Mexican Wave.
Oh, the whole way. This got more legs to this story.
This guy's got his own Wikipedia. Wikipedia. Wow. Yeah. Crazy George something or other. Henderson. I never heard of this guy. Crazy George Henderson.
Yeah, he was a big early. You remember Morgana? Do you remember her in baseball?
Yeah, she used to always run on the field.
Yeah. He was like one of those, like I said, cheerleader. He was a guy.
He was trying to kiss George Brett?
No. No, he was just he had like wacky hair, and he really looked like a mental patient. You do not want
Yes. Yeah, I see the pictures of him. Oh yeah, he looks insane.
Yeah, you would never have your kid like, "Oh, let's be Crazy George."
Right.
Yeah, so Crazy George was a thing.
Like Ronnie Woo Woo
in the 70s.
Remember Ronnie Woo Woo at the Cubs games?
I don't remember.
They actually had him on Howard once. I met Ronnie Woo Woo once at a Diamondbacks game. He was there. Diamondbacks Cubs game, and he was there. Ronnie Woo Woo.
So Crazy George is taking credit for the wave?
That's what, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about that. That has any validity.
Ronnie Woo Woo, 78 years old, still alive. He's 78. George, Crazy George, whatever his name is, he's 76.
And where's the Chief? Dead right. 30 years. Yeah, I don't think Crazy George ever came to the Garden. He would show up at the Mausoleum for like Major League Soccer games. Like,
the Arrows?
The New York Arrows, which I went to many of a New York Arrow game, by the way. Steve Jungle. He was their big scorer. What else? So yeah. We got Costa now.
We have Costa. Crazy Costa Henderson. There he is.
Who claimed that he invented the Cobb salad.
Yeah.
What's going on, buddy boy?
Oh,
man.
Oh, jeez.
Can you hear Eddie?
Oh, a little bit. Can you hear him a little bit? A little bit.
Okay.
All right.
Can you hear me now, baby?
Oh.
A little more, a little bit more.
Sounded like Allison Steele there for a minute.
So what can you tell us? What's on your mind? I will know. I noticed a trend with Costa though. Anytime somebody gets injured, that's who he wants the Rangers to start to pounce on. A couple guys have gotten hurt.
Who? What?
Like Eric Carlson gets hurt. I'm surprised you don't want the Rangers to deal with San Jose. Brian Little has punctured his ear and is out for the year. No. What about Winnipeg now? They lost what's his face? Wheeler. Blake Wheeler, I think, is going to be out for a long time. I'm waiting for you to say the Rangers. Why don't we give them Lucky Lettieri and for Mark Scheifele? Some crazy trade that makes no sense. What do you got? I'm sorry. I'm just.
If we keep Kreider, who gets dealt?
I think if we retain Kreider,
because Brady Shea, we're gonna have to eat some salary to get that guy out of here. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, I think it's going to take a lot more than Brady Shea to get Vincent Trocheck. It may include Pitt.
You know what I'm saying?
What?
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what he's saying.
No one's going to take Brady Shea and his contract. We're going to have to eat some of that money.
Well, according to the source, Elliot Friedman up in Canada, Florida's looking for a veteran defenseman.
Ekblad. I'll believe when it happens. Then okay.
Again, we don't know what they see. We know he's terrible. Maybe they don't. But you might have to eat a salary for a year or the rest of the year. You're not going to keep paying this guy. If somebody, Costa, let me tell you something. Whatever it takes to get this guy off the ice. But I don't want no buyouts or anything. I'm with Jim. I'm done with the dead cap space. I'm done with that. Unless it's Hank next year and they buy him out and only retain 1.5, which that was reported by Dancing Larry Brooks last week, which I can't confirm or deny, but if that sounds pretty neat to me. Do you guys know anything about this other goaltender the Rangers have, Wall? W-A-L. Tyler Wall. He's supposed to be the real deal, this guy.
I think he plays for UMass Lowell, I think.
I think he does. Jim. What do you got? Jim.
Tyler Wall.
Not what do you better goaltender.
He signed his ELC to be, and he should be in Hartford next year.
What's his record in the old college? He's a college boy.
Chip. Let me see.
Chip.
Let's see. He is. Oh, he's a dashing young man.
Oh, he's a dashing young lad.
He's dashing.
He's got the name like a real waspy name. I'm Tyler Wall.
Right.
I'm Tyler Wall of the Walls.
27 games played this year. His goals against was 2.09 and a 930 save percentage, 15 and 7.
I'm getting fluffage. I like that.
How do I?
It's going to be way low, way down the fucking, what's the word?
Depth chart?
What's the term?
5 goaltender system next year.
Oh, God, Jesus.
By the way, Tom McCollum, who started in net for the Wolf Pack the other night, in no danger of leaving Hartford anytime soon. None.
The Great Wall of New York, Tyler Wall. I can see the nicknames coming.
Yeah, but he's low on the fucking, what's the term? What's that term?
There he is, Eddie. Look, there's your.
Oh, dashing young man.
Right?
He looks a little like an American Hank.
Right. Yeah, he's got the hair and the stub, the little stubble going on there.
Where's he from?
He is from Jamaica.
What does it say he's from?
It's from Leamington, Ontario.
The Great Wall of Ontario will be here. It's here.
The Great Wall of Ontario.
Hey, he's low on the depth chart, I'll tell you that.
He'll be the prime minister. We'll have the czar, the king, the prime minister, and the Bulgarian beast. 4 goalie system. And Huska Adam Huska.
I think I got a feeling, folks, Georgiev is going to be dealt at the deadline. Something's got to go.
Or at the draft.
I'm sad to say, Costa, I think
I'm doing my show.
I think we're going to lose Ryan Strome.
What's the matter?
Nothing. I'll just tell you later.
What's the matter? What?
You want to
What happened? Your phone broke again?
I can't hear.
You hear me?
Yeah, I got to hear you.
Okay.
It's the Ed and Costa show, finally.
All right. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. Things happen.
Megan in a panic.
Oh. One time I was playing a game at MMO, like a multi-world game, and I was playing, and we were in the middle of a raid, right, to kill this big boss monster, and the guy yells, "I gotta go. Somebody just got stabbed." I'm like, what? I guess that's an emergency. Raid off. I'm like,
oh, God.
That's, I was one night, this years ago, I was playing Halo, right? And you got the headset going and everybody's talking. I got this one kid who's talking about how good he is at the game and how he's in these clans and he's achieved these ranks and this, that, and the other thing. And the next thing you know, his mother's screaming at him at the door, "Get off the Halo! Get off it! But Mom, I want to keep playing." And I just started making fun of him. "Go to bed, you little punk! Mommy's calling! Go to bed!" Meanwhile, the kid was 10 times better at that game than I would ever be.
oh, they all are. All these kids.
I used to be decent at it. Now I try and play. I just don't have the hand-eye coordination that I had 10 years ago. I just can't keep up. There's like so much going on in these games now. I'm like like a palsy. I'm like a palsy victim trying to play these games.
Yeah, 41 buttons, and it's like,
Right.
What the fuck? Give me back my Sega Genesis.
Loadouts, power-ups, this, that, the other thing. You're shooting at a guy. Next thing you know, he's behind you. I can't keep up.
Give me Donkey Kong or Pac-Man. I'll be
That's right.
There you go. Dig Dug.
Right. Dig Dug.
Dig Dug.
Okay.
Gallagher.
What do you think we can get for Strome? If Strome gets dealt?
I don't know. I don't know what Strome fetches you.
Strome's a second-round pick. Maybe like what you got. Maybe like what you got for Grabner. Maybe.
Really? That little?
Little?
I don't know. What do you think, Ryan? You don't think the rest of the league knows that Ryan Strome's successful because he's playing with Artemi Panarin? I think the league knows these things. They watch the games too.
Yeah, I think his value is much more to us because we've seen the history of Ryan Strome's arrangement.
Okay, then what about is Kreider a product of who he's playing with too?
No,
I think
no, because Kreider was putting up these numbers when he was playing with Brandon Dubinsky.
$4 million.
Dubinsky.
I'm just worried that when he gets that big fat contract, he becomes fucking inconsistent Ryan Kreider, and we're all fucking pulling our hair out of our fucking heads.
Well, listen, what is he going to wind up with? 28, 30 goals again?
And we'll buy him out. That's what we do. We'll buy him out.
This is what he does every year.
We could sign him next week to a big contract, and if he only scores like 2 goals the rest of the season, we'll just buy him out in June.
No.
Fuck it. That's it. I killed him. R.I.P.
Your point is made, but I don't know. I think the Rangers are better off at this juncture keeping.
Hey, you never know.
But it's his decision.
Hey,
the Rangers are out of this.
I'll say this. There's no reason why we can't sign him as an UFA if we trade him. You know what I'm saying?
That doesn't happen very often, though.
It's up to him. It's out of the Rangers.
Right.
The Rangers have no control over what Chris Kreider does. Chris Kreider could say, screw you. So it really is out of the Rangers' hands. So the Rangers are, if he takes the offer, God bless. But if it takes the offer, you're going to lose D'Angelo. You're going to lose Strome. You're going to lose something. There's going to be some bleeding after this little bit of a transition here.
Do you think, D'Angelo, that's going to be a tough loss.
Yes. As you messaged me, which Jim probably got the message as well, that missing D'Angelo from you Facebooked me about D'Angelo. They missed him big time in the last game, which was true.
I mean, can Adam Fox really be your offensive guy?
I don't know. It's his first year.
Yeah, I know.
He's certainly better than Tony D'Angelo was in his first year. Tony D'Angelo's, it's been a process for him to get to the level where he is.
You got to.
Let me ask you this: could Keandre Miller be that guy? I mean, we don't know. I
think Keandre Miller is more. I think if he becomes like a Trouba type player, I'll be happy. In the Trouba vein, you know what I'm saying?
Well, Pierre McGuire was saying he's ready now. Did you hear that yesterday in yesterday's game?
Well, Trouba's a white guy with long hair, so I don't know how. I don't know.
Come on.
Keandre Miller might have. There's probably some limits there.
Yes, but the way McGuire was saying is that Keandre Miller is ready to step right in.
Yeah,
he'll be in training camp next year. That's for sure.
What's the matter, Jim? You already there?
Nothing. Pierre made it sound like Keandre Miller was like in the locker room, just waiting to come on the ice.
The next coming of freaking Bobby Orr, or
maybe Bobby Greer.
So the Rangers got Rykov. They've got this. I'm not sure.
They're deep in defense. I mean,
yes. That's good, but
I mean, they can be used as chips too, trading chips too.
Right. So I don't know how it's going to shake out, fellas. I just hope they do the right thing.
I just think
the worst.
I just think if we keep Kreider, maybe Buchnevich has the best to go on the chopping block. Because
I could live without Buchnevich.
Buchnevich is on a very cap friendly deal.
He's on a cap-friendly deal, but he's just such a pain in the ass. Like, the coach has to motivate him every other week. It's like it's too much work for what you actually get.
Somebody else's problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Coach. He might just go to a team where the guy coach doesn't really want to invest a lot in him and just fade away. Although I like some of the recent things he did, like cross-checking Marchand and
he went on Marchand.
That was great. Oh, I love that. Don't take any shit from nobody. And as Don Cherry once said, never turn your back on a backstabbing Russian.
You think D'Angelo and maybe Lemieux lost a little bit of fish nagels because they got hurt?
No,
I don't think so.
no.
I think Brent, and I hate to say this because I know Jen Eberhardt and
Me
myself
too.
and a lot of guys love Lemieux. I think Lemieux is going to be a casualty.
Oh God.
I know.
That's because we need a guy up sandpaper guy like him on this team. I'd rather keep him than trade Buchnevich, honestly, if push came to shove.
Let me ask you guys this. Who do you think, when it comes to this kind of decision making, who has most say? Gorton, JD, or Quinn, or a combination of all three of them?
Gorton with JD's approval.
You think that's how it works?
Yeah.
You think Quinn's going to say, listen, I need Lemieux? No? Yeah,
No.
I think so. I think that's the way it goes.
I mean, I'm sure he weighs in, but final decision goes to the GM and the president.
It'll be
as long as it doesn't go to Glenn Sather, I'm fine. I really don't care if Dancing Larry makes the final decision as long as it's not Glenn Sather. I mean,
Yes, I hear you.
An old man, oh my fucking God.
I don't really care if it's Bill Pito who has the final say as long as it's not Glenn Sather.
You know what, Steve? You know what, Valaket though? He'll keep Henrik.
He'll give Hank another 5 years.
Give an extension.
Are they like fucking Neil and Bob or something like that?
I don't know, man.
Well, Steve Valaket played like 43 games in the NHL, and to hear him talk, you'd think he was Jacques Plante.
Yeah.
Every conversation he refers back to his 43-game career 10 years ago.
Yeah. Is that I guess games all together or just with the Rangers?
No, it was all together. I think he had he was like, here, I'll look it up.
I think he played more than 40.
I guess he was a career minor leaguer, right? More or less.
46 games played in the NHL.
So he was a career minor leaguer, more or less.
Yeah, I will not. I don't want to.
Yeah, the Bridgeport Sound Tigers, the Wolf Pack, the Siska Moscow, the Lowell Lock Monsters. He's very big in the AHL. The Erie Otters in the OHL, Sudbury Wolves.
This is all juniors.
He's a journeyman.
All right, okay, and I will.
Reg Dunlop.
I grant you that point, but a lot of times the guys, and we've seen this, and I'm not coming to his defense because I think he's just in love with Henrik Lundqvist. He just will not do Johnny. It's over. He's done.
Right.
It's part of the goaltenders fraternity. They will not speak ill of each other. But in a lot of sports, it's not always the best guy that makes the best analyst or most cerebral. So I give Valley his props. He's a little bit of a refresher from the other dunces because he is up with current hockey. But I'd much rather have Ron Duguay up there and just look at his suits and what he's wearing.
Right.
So, yes. No, you're right, Costa. He's him and Lundqvist have a special relationship.
Fucking Neil and Bob,
Oh, look at it. Breaking news. Look at this picture that I was just texted. I don't know.
Oh, that's Rock. And
the great Rock and his wife.
With Henrik Lundqvist.
With Heinrich Lundqvist. A very nice man.
There's nothing in between those two people. It's a sieve. I don't see anybody between.
Boy, Rock.
He's got the bucks for that casino night.
Yeah, you motherfucker, you.
That's your fellow Greek there. You better think.
I said, nice pick. Is she leaving you for Hank?
Now, finally, in closing.
In conclusion,
these coaches, they're growing some balls, man. Calling out the fucking league and shit like that.
You like that though, right?
Yeah, they got balls. They got fucking balls. And what's his name that just called out the league too? Fucking Evander Kane. He got some balls too.
Yeah. Well,
and like I said, I've said this before. I mean, the players, they need to say, look, we need a fucking independent guy here to do this shit because who's this?
That's Lindgren.
That's Capo.
Oh, I can't see.
Sorry.
I thought. That's Capo Caco.
Yeah.
I know why he's not scoring. He only has one hand.
Why is he not a casino? How is he a casino night? He's not old enough to gamble.
Yeah, really. You've been drinking alcoholic beverages.
And Brendan Smith. Smithereens, as Tony D'Angelo calls him.
I got a quick trivia question.
Uh-huh.
How many players, how many rookies are in the top 20 in rookie scoring from this past draft?
In the top 20.
In rookie scoring from this draft. This past
draft. Wow. That's a tough question. Well, Quinn Hughes.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. No, in this past draft from this
Quinn
only.
Wasn't Quinn and Jack Hughes?
Jack Hughes, Capo Caco, and Kirby Dach from Chicago, and that's it. So
I thought Quinn Hughes was taken this year. He wasn't.
Who?
Quinn.
I think last year, 2 years ago.
Oh, all right. My mistake.
So when people say, "Oh, they're not playing," and I was one of them. They're not playing Kako and this that.
What about that Yamamoto guy? That Yamamoto guy on Edmonton.
I looked this up, and number one is Quinn Hughes, but he wasn't drafted last year. He wasn't drafted. He was drafted in 18 or 17, I think.
Okay.
So it's not like like I said, it's not like Jack Hughes is fucking lighting up the fucking.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No.
So,
your point is don't panic. Your point is don't panic, and I think you're right. Look at Nathan McKinnon. Nathan McKinnon didn't get his act together till like 3 or 4 years into his career.
Right.
And now he's a superstar. So you everybody's different. There's a lot of hype around these guys, and 99% of the time the hype doesn't match what the process. Yeah. Playing in the NHL is a whole different ballgame.
Right.
All right.
That's it for me. I got nothing else.
That's it for us.
Right. I'm punching out, Maverick. Take care.
Toodles.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
All right. We done?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm ready.
All right. Yeah, Jen's home, and I got to call Megan.
Yeah. Well, I hope everything turns out all right.
She broke her phone. That's the panic. She broke her phone.
Oh, okay.
So she's panicking.
Oh.
So.
Okay. Well, I hope you can rectify the situation. Fishnagels, huh?
Right. All right. That wraps it up for this edition. We will see you guys next week on the Trade Deadline Show next Monday night. Don't forget, we'll be on YouTube.
It's going to be great, boys.
It'll be interesting. Eddie, always a pleasure. Good stuff.
Yes.
All right.
Effortless and fun, as always, Jim. Thank you.
As always. Thank you, sir. All right, we'll see you guys next week. We love you. Let's go, Rangers. Get out, everybody.